Hello guys, today I will make a different video from my other videos because usually I'm opening GPUs or overclocking, but today I'm gonna give my 2 cents on the upcoming merge and what I think will happen with the mining in general. I think yesterday Red Panda Mining published this video referencing the BitPro blog. It's a nice video, you should check it out. But I would like to take a bit different approach to this. So I created some Excel sheet. This was mainly taken from the blog given. I'm sorry for the cough. I've been sick past few days, so it might happen that I cough during the video. And these numbers are more or less taken from that blog, just updated with the current price and daily dollar production. Um, we look at two things. The first one is ASICs um, being removed from the network. That means when the merge happens, all the ASICs magically disappear and they are unable to mine any other coin. And the assumption here is that 40% of the current Ethereum network is consisted of ASICs, and the total amount of Ethereum being produced today in dollars is around $20 million per day. So when we remove ASICs from this, we get something around $12 million. And let's assume that the average GPU mines around 50 hash rate and uses 120 watts at the wall. This means that the profit for this GPU, excluding the electricity cost, is a bit more than $1 a day. And that gives us that this, in order to generate $12 million a day, we need to have 11.5 million GPUs mining. That use, this is 1 kilowatts per hour. This is 1.4 million kilowatts per hour. So that is around 1 gigawatt per hour, if I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. So out of the total hash rate, 40% goes to ASICs, and then we are left with 60%. And out of those 60%, let's assume that 60% are professional miners and farms. And this is important for two reasons, because they usually have very, very, very cheap electricity. And we will assume that they pay for electricity around $0.03. Maybe they pay even less, but let's see, $0.03. This means that these professional or farms, let's call them farms, have around 7 million GPUs. And then the rest, let's say that 10% of the GPUs are shut down, sold to gamers, and out of the system in any way. And then finally we have the remaining 30% of the GPUs that belong to hobby miners that will continue mining. That adds up to around 3.5 million GPUs in total. And let's assume that the electricity cost is $0.1 per kilowatt hour. If the electricity is more than that, just give up now. You will not be able to mine anything profitably, like almost, I can almost guarantee that. And by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I think and what will I do. Use your own brain and think for yourself and find the best solution for your situation. But with these settings, in order to break even with this electricity cost, the price of Ethereum can go as little as $595. So if you pay for electricity 10 cents per kilowatt hour, You need Ethereum to be around $600 in order to break even with the GPUs that mine 50 mega hash rate and uses 120 watts per hour. Yeah. So that means that Ethereum can drop almost 3 times and still you will not lose money at these electricity prices. But for big farms that have cheap electricity, Ethereum can go as low as $170 for them to break even. And why is this important? If you continue this breakdown, we can see that with above settings, uh, if we take all the GPUs combined and aim for even the hobby miners to be profitable, it means that the GPUs need to generate around $4 million a day. However, today other coins, excluding Ethereum, generate around $0.7 million a day. This means that in order for everybody to survive mining in the situation as it is, the prices of altcoins need to increase 6 to 7 times. And that is honestly unreasonable thing to think that it will happen, especially not like in the beginning when the merge happens, maybe after a year or so, but that's just too optimistic thinking to be realistic. So, excuse me. In order to see what big farms have to do to survive, they need to generate only $1.2 million a day. And this seems doable. It seems that the price of altcoins need to increase like only 60%, which sounds reasonable, especially taking into account that they dropped like 60% in the past month. So this means that big farms will survive. They will survive this in this situation. Like I'm almost absolutely sure that they will do this and they will buy out the cheap GPUs and expand their business. And this is the case without ASICs. So if we have ASICs in the network and we assume that they will all move to Ethereum Classic, at the present day, not all can move, but there is a lot of money in this, and I think they will probably find a way to make them move to Ethereum Classic in some way. And for the sake of the argument, let's assume that this will happen. And let's also assume that ASICs are owned by mining farms and not by individuals. I mean, some individuals have some ASICs, but that's like negligible at this point. And they're usually more efficient than GPUs. Maybe not more than 8 2000 with that mode to get 50 hash rate or 3070, but compared to the rest of GPUs, definitely more efficient. And now we have the case where Ethereum Classic needs to go up in price to accommodate these ASICs. So what should be the price of Ethereum Classic to make $8 million a day? It should be around $420. And this is in case to yield the same profit as Ethereum today. But it is highly unlikely that this will happen, that the price of Ethereum Classic will increase 21 times. So let's see what needs to happen in order for these ASICs to break even. And in order for that to happen, Ethereum Classic should be $42, around $42. And that seems reasonable. That is 2-time increase. Maybe not immediately, but over some time, I think it will happen. And we don't have to worry about big farms having ASICs mining. So let's see what would happen if GPU farms joined the mining of Ethereum Classic as well. Then the price should be around $756 of Ethereum Classic to match the Ethereum profitability of today, or around $75 to break even. This is like a plausible scenario, since the price has to increase like 3.5 times, but I don't think it's that likely that will happen, especially in the first few months. So let's see what will happen if ASICs move to Ethereum Classic and all the other GPUs move to other altcoins. So if for big farms to survive, and when I say survive, it means to break even, the price of altcoins needs to increase around 2 to 3 times. And this will probably happen uh, because prices are really low compared to the previous years today, so this increase might happen. Anyway, I'm not worried about the mining companies in situations when there are big disturbances in the market. The little guy is usually the one that gets screwed. So the big companies will find a way to break even. But the bad news is for all of us to survive, the price of altcoins, excluding Ethereum Classic and Ethereum, would need to increase around 10 times. And this is highly unlikely that it will happen. So if you look for example, at Ravencoin, the current price is around $0.025, and this would need to go up 10 times to $0.25 for us to break even mining Ravencoin. And the all-time high is around $0.235. So we would need to break all-time high price for Ravencoin and basically every other coin in order to just break even. Do you guys think this is likely to happen? I don't think so. I don't think that this will happen, especially in like first year after the merge. I mean, there will be chaos. And some people say that chaos is a ladder, but uh, for us like hobby miners, this does not look good. This does not look good, and let's see what are the possible options. So, what should average Joe do? Uh, if you think that mining is done for the foreseeable future, I mean, the only thing you can do is to basically sell all of your mining equipment, right? And then you have two options. Then you're either done with mining forever, or you wait until the prices of the GPUs hit the rock bottom, and everybody starts selling GPUs, and then millions of GPUs flood the market. And then you can buy the same hash rate that you had before that you sold for probably 2 or 3 times less money, and then use that difference in the money to pay for the electricity while you mine and hope that soon the mining will become profitable again. On the other hand, you can be optimistic and say that the prices of altcoins will rise enough to make mining profitable again. But in that case, if you think that will happen, they need to rise like 10 times. So why not just sell them all the mining equipment that you have and then use that money to buy altcoins for that money? And then if you just wait and if you think that the prices of the coin will rise, then they need to rise like 10 times, and then you can sell and earn 10 times more and you'll be rich. So that's one of the options. Again, doesn't seem that likely. Or maybe you just have free electricity and you don't care. You don't care if you earn 2 cents a day or one or $5 a month. You just can ride out this winter and see what happens, and you're just not affected with this if you don't rely on the money from mining, and if you're a hobbyist miner, you usually don't. So these are the possible options. Weirdly enough, a lot of them lead to selling all the mining equipment. Uh, I'm not recommending or telling you guys to do that. I am definitely not going to do that. I might sell some of the less efficient graphics card, but I want to keep mining. I'm addicted to this, and it feels good and it's a lot of fun. So I will continue mining and see what happens. Probably that would be a bad idea. It is probably a good idea to sell everything and then just wait a few months and buy either at cheaper price or just buy the altcoins and see what happens. As it is today, the merge is gonna happen this year probably. So in few months, I mean the dev team has been vague about the date, probably intentionally, but it will happen. It will happen this year. So it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good. But now, if you watch this video, you see that at the end of the I can open this page. At the end of the blog, where they present everything that is, I mean, the numbers are correct here more or less, but they are presented in such way so you should rush like this very moment and sell everything you have related to mining. And then at the end they say, oh, but you know what? We can help you get rid of that mining equipment. Uh, it's just ridiculous. I mean, these people are obviously a big mining farm, and they will use your GPUs to continue mining because they can, and they have a low price on electricity, and they will not be, I mean, they will be affected, but they will not lose money on this. So they want to, I haven't checked. If some of you guys can check how much would they offer you for a rig or few mining rigs to see what are the prices. But I assume it's way lower than what you can get on eBay or some other site. And yeah, I mean, that's the goal. Scare people and then buy their stuff. But that aside, the facts in the blog itself are correct. So the numbers are correct, and but they're described in a bit pessimistic way and avoiding to mention the ASICs and the big farms and that they will still be able to mine no matter what. And I think that's done intentional. So that's it from today. Um, Let me know in the comments what do you plan to do. I mean, we are all in this together. Uh, I don't know. I like mining too much to stop now. I will stop only if I cannot like make my electrical bills or I will like reduce the number of GPUs I have, but I will definitely have 1 or 2 rigs left to continue mining. So if you guys like the video, please share and subscribe. That will help me a lot. And see you next time. Bye bye.